Hello and welcome to day 4 of Get a Client in a Week. This is a 5-day challenge to help you create leads and clients. And today we're getting into the nitty-gritty of finding and attracting clients. So today's objective is going to be to focus on the fastest and simplest way to find ideal clients and to build relationships with them through showing your expertise. And really what I want you to do today is use the methods to reach out and speak to 5 ideal clients. There's quite a lot of info in this slide, so I'm going to try and get through it as simply and as quickly as possible. So you're all set. You know the problem you solve, for who it's for, you know how to help your clients get results, and you have a simple offer. Okay, your clients can now, if you've set this up correctly, they can pay you to start working with you quickly and easily. So now it's time to take action. We've got to find and build relationships with ideal clients. Now, I could throw a lot of marketing tactics and strategies at you, and funnels and all these words that go around on the internet, but I'm not going to do that because purely and simply that stuff does take time to build and execute, and you don't even know if it will result in a client. There's lots of tweaks you have to do. The easiest way to build relationships is to connect with people. And one of the ways to do that, even if you're a home-based business, is to use networking and your own network, social networks, local networking meetings. You can go out and find people. Now, this is very much one method of going out and finding people, and there's the other method of putting your stuff out there and attracting people to you. And that's fine. And it's something I go into in more detail at the end of this challenge. But for the sake of getting a client quickly, this is something people shy away from. And I actually believe firmly that you've got to master the art of getting over yourself and becoming a bit visible and going out there and finding people who you can serve. Because remember, it's your purpose. So the aim for the rest of this week is to reach out and speak to 5 ideal clients. How are we going to do that? Let me show you. Firstly, you need to understand who you should speak to first. You have hot, warm and cold prospects. So who's a hot prospect, who's a cold prospect? Right, hot prospects are someone who knows you already very well. Okay, you've got a relationship with them, you've shown them you understand their problems and the pains associated with it. You have a solution to their problem. You probably have engaged with them at quite a high level. You've probably had conversations where you answered most of their questions and objections that they may have. They're basically primed to work with you. You just need a compelling reason for them to enroll with you now. Someone who's a warm prospect is someone who knows of you. They might be a friend, an acquaintance. They probably have a lot of unknowns though. They don't really know what you do. They don't know exactly what you offer. You probably don't know specifically what their challenges are. What you need to understand is who they are, what challenges they have, and decide if they're an ideal client for you and if you can help them. And then cold prospects are people who do not know you, they've never heard of you, but they've actually got the problem that you solve and would want what you offer. They just don't know about you yet. Okay, so all of this is around building relationships through education. The way to do this is to take your prospect on a journey to build trust. And a really simple formula for doing that is AIDA: awareness, interest, desire, action. So what you're going to do first, use your focus piece to make potential clients aware of how you help them and let them know who you're looking to work with. So people can raise their hand and say, oh yes, that's me, I have that problem, their ears prick up. Interest is all around raising the interest by demonstrating that you understand their problem and the pain and you have a solution. And to raise the desire, what you need to do is talk about your unique take on the solution and the outcomes you offer. You need to explain why what they didn't work so far and give them a taste of what they do need to do instead. So you want to give enough information to explain what they need to do, but not so much information that you overwhelm them and they end up feeling like they already got the solution from you or they're not sure what to do next. Finally, action is to ask your prospect to take action and connect with you. And in this case, we want people to connect with you personally with a direct communication. That can be done through a text, a social media message, email, or a phone call. So what do we do with each of these leads? With hot leads, think about these people you've worked with already, or old clients you've worked with in the past? Is there some way that you can add value to your current clients or clients that you've worked with in the past? Write a list of people who fit this criteria. The other hot leads that you would have are people who were not clients but were very close to becoming clients. Go back and think about those people and write down specifically why they didn't sign up with you, and write down what it was that they desired and the gap between what they desire and where they are actually right now. How can you bridge that gap for them? Write that down, connect with those people and have a conversation with them around it. Remember, we're not going to go into how to sell or the conversation today. We're just going to go around who is the person to reach out to, who do we want to connect with. Warm leads. So you can email your list and explain the problem that you people have and the solution to the problem. Make sure your call to action is to connect with you directly. If you've got a set offer, then go out and promote that offer and who it's for. Add in a little sweetener, maybe a bonus, a time-sensitive bonus, an early bird discount. Maybe you have a done-for-you bonus, or you have additional personal coaching that you can offer to those clients. And once you've sent the email, go and see who opened the email and then send those people a direct message as well. Networking is great. Get all of your old leads and business cards and get them out on a table and then put them into piles of ideal client. The second pile is good for referrals and the third pile is no kind of connections going on there. Be really discerning and choose a few people you already have a good connection with. If you can remember thinking they would be someone you could help and an ideal client for you, then have a quick look at their stuff online, have a look at their social profiles, put their card aside and think about reaching out to those people. And the other group of warm leads is friends and family who they may have contacts or referrals to provide to you. Again, referrals are pretty much end up going, even though they're cold, they end up going into the warm lead prospect pile, because when someone introduces you to somebody, they've already kind of passed a little bit of this kind of know, like, and trust test because they've come recommended. So that helps you build a relationship from a starting point that's already not cold. You can also look at your social media platforms. Start with your most active platform and scan your list of contacts and groups. Single out people who have the problem that you solve and would be your ideal client. Your goal really is just to connect with them. Perhaps they're asking a question in a group and you've got the answer. Answer the question in the group, but also connect with them personally to see if you can have a conversation with them. So finally, what to do with cold leads? Well, to be honest, you should be able to find at least one client in your hot and warm markets. However, if you have exhausted this, cold leads can, people found from cold leads, it can happen. The best ways to do this is through advertising. However, if you don't have an advertising budget, then again, reaching out and networking is a brilliant way to do this. Top 3 places to find cold leads: networking events. Get out the house, go and search for relevant networking events, conferences, meetups, where your ideal clients are hanging out, and connect with those people. The other one again is referrals, which I've mentioned before. And social media. Have a look in the social media search bar of the platform. Type in keywords relevant to the problem you solve, or the ideal client profile, or the type of person or that you want to help. Look around people's profiles and see if you can spot some ways that you can help them now, quickly. And don't be intimidated if people seem like they have it all together, because every new level of success still brings its challenges. So with these people, just message them and introduce yourself, explain why you are wanting to connect and how you can help them. Always invite them to talk to you. It's much nicer to speak to someone on the phone and have a proper conversation. And finally, action. So I hope that you kind of got your head around all of that in the 10 minutes that we've got here. What I want you to do is get out your comfort zone and go into the group and hashtag visible. I want to know how many prospects you're going to contact and which methods you're going to use. And tell me which social media platform is your hero platform, which is your go-to platform to find ideal clients. And I'm really excited to see what you post in the group today. So I will speak to you in the group. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.